So this is a fragrance that was just released a few months ago in 2020, so it is a very new fragrance. And once I got my nose on it in one of the department stores, I knew I wanted it in my collection. And I did get this as a Christmas gift, and the fragrance I'm speaking about is Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Parfum. So let's go ahead and open this up and give you guys my first impressions of this one. Hey, what's going on guys? Hunter here and welcome back to my channel. If you're a return subscriber, glad to have you here. And if you are new, what I do is I make fragrance related content. So if you love fragrances, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. And also make sure to hit that bell so you don't miss any future fragrance videos. But yeah, as you guys can tell by the intro, we're gonna be doing an unboxing and first impression of Paco Rabanne's 1 million, or the newest 1 million flanker, which is the Parfum. So let's go ahead and look at this presentation very quickly. It did come in this sleeve. As you can see, you have the bottle right there. It says the new Parfum right there as well. And the bottle looks absolutely incredible. We'll get to that in a minute. Then you just have the Paco Rabanne logo on the top. Then you have the guy that is pretty much the advertiser for the fragrance. And then on the bottom, of course, you have your barcode and your batch code to authenticate your product to see when your product was produced right there on the bottom. So let's go ahead and take this sleeve off. Okay, now I did actually open up the cellophane because when I got it as a gift for Christmas, like I said, they did want to smell it. So yeah, but we'll go ahead and do an unboxing for you guys as well. But of course, it kind of looks like all the other 1 million boxes with this there. It's 1 million Parfum with the logo. And then I did get to send the 3.4 ounce 100 ml bottle. And the only other 1 million flanker I own is actually 1 million Lucky, which you guys may know I do talk a lot about. That is a great, unique, like hazelnut fragrance, but this one is completely different than that, which is good. And then on the back, just some ingredients right there also. But the one, what I'm actually confused about with this fragrance is this is called a Parfum, which is the highest of concentrations, extract de Parfum. So you usually have eau de cologne, the lowest, eau de toilette, and then you have eau de parfum, and then you have extract de Parfum or Parfum, which are both the same. But when you go to Paco Rabanne's website for this fragrance, it actually says it's an eau de parfum. But right here it says Parfum Natural Spray. So I don't know if this is an EDP or a Parfum, but this stuff, all I do know is this stuff is strong, really potent juice. So let's go ahead and open the top here. So it sits in there like so. Gonna take the bottle out, and this bottle, guys, whew, so good looking. So here is the 1 million Parfum bottle, as you can see right there. It kind of has like this sun logo around it, which don't be mistaken as for this to be like a summer fragrance. It is not, in my opinion, but we'll get to that. Then on the top, of course, you have your logo like all the other 1 million bottles. On the bottom right there, I believe your batch code, or no, your batch code is actually on the back engraved. I don't know if you could pick that up since the glass is like a darkened color, but it is right there. My batch code is 00101. I did not look that up, but I imagine obviously in 2020 it was produced since this is very new. But yeah, I love the juice. You can see the juice looks like it might be pretty dark even with the darkened glass. You can see through it, of course. So let's go ahead and do a first spray. Well, I already did spray, like I said, but a first spray for you guys on my inner elbow right here. Okay, Paco Rabanne's atomizers are very nice, especially in the 1 million line. I haven't tried like Invictus or any of the other ones like XS or anything like that. I only own these two from the house, but let's go ahead and see what we pick up from this from initial first impression. Yeah, man. All right, guys, this stuff is so potent, like I said, so strong. So right off the bat, you're gonna get pretty much a lot of white florals. What I'm getting is actually tuberose, which is coming across very, very sweet. Like all the 1 millions, they are very sweet fragrances. That's sort of what they're known for. Now, this one does have a similar DNA to the original, but the original actually contains grapefruit. This one does not, which is different, but it does kind of remind me of the original 1 million in a way, even though I believe the notes are completely different. But yeah, you're gonna get hit with a lot of white florals. Tuberose is what I'm mainly getting, which usually comes across a little bit sweet. You're also gonna get some kind of like saltiness. Not like a aquatic saltiness like you would imagine in like your aquatic summer fragrances. No, it's a little bit different. like kind of like caramelized saltiness in here. It does have, I believe, ambergris, which does come across salty as well. But this one smells very, very modern, guys. Like something in here that's very different, just giving it like a very modern feel. It does smell pretty synthetic, I will tell you that, but usually synthetics are not bad. Actually, synthetic fragrances usually perform way better than naturals because it is a synthetic note. That's why a lot of people will mix them together, use some naturals and synthetic just for kind of like a booster, to be honest with you. But yeah, this one is so strong. You're also gonna get a leather vibe in here. It's kind of like a saltiness with the leather and those white florals, but I haven't really got to pretty much test this one out that much yet, obviously, since I just got it for Christmas. But I would imagine once the white florals go away, it's going to turn a little bit darker, leathery, maybe a little bit green. Yeah, it's just very, very sweet, but in a good way. If you have to like, I mean, you would have to like sweet fragrances as a man to rock this one. It is very sweet, but it will come across very crowd pleasing. Now, let that settle for a minute, and let's see. So as far as seasons go for me, where I would rock this for, see, this one's a little bit confusing, to be honest with you, because it does have those white florals, which are usually good for spring, maybe summer. It does also have that saltiness, which is usually good for summer. But for some reason with that leather, and there's something maybe a little bit green in here, and sweet, of course, too, which are usually good for the colder months. Honestly, I almost can say this one can be worn all year round. In the summer, maybe a little bit light, like go light on the sprays in the summer. This one might be a little bit cloying because it is extremely sweet. But yeah, summer, spring because of the white florals. Fall and winter for sure because it is very dense and potent. You get that leather, the sweetness, which will be phenomenal in the colder months like we are in now. Currently it's like in the like 10s here in Ohio. Very, very chilly. So I'm gonna try to rock this one and see how it performs in those cold months. As far as age groups go, I know the original 1 million was very like youthful, like a clubbing fragrance. And this one might be a little bit more mature. Like I can see a more mature man actually liking this one way better than the original, like I said, which is very youthful, playful. This one is a little bit more gentlemanly. Yeah, a little bit more mature. Like I can see like a rich, like a successful guy rocking this one 100%. This has that kind of maybe like class to it. I don't know if that's from the white florals with the saltiness, which gives it a little bit of a unique vibe. Yeah, 100% guys. This is a very good flanker in my opinion. I think a lot of people were saying this one shouldn't be really known for the Parfum. They're saying it kind of comes across a little bit light, but to me this stuff comes across very, very strong. I know the original EDT 1 million was a pretty much projector powerhouse of a fragrance. Like I think this projected like crazy. And I know some people, like people that walk around wearing it, and I smell it all the time, guys. It's so like distinctive as far as the notes for that goes. But I don't actually own the original 1 million. I don't know if like, yeah, you know how like Bleu de Chanel has the EDT, the EDP, and Parfum? Those ones are all very, very similar, just more concentrated, maybe a little bit the different tweaks. But this one is pretty much like a completely different fragrance than the original 1 million. So if you have the original 1 million, do not blind buy this one if you're just expecting a more like potent version of that, kind of like Versace Eros and Eros EDP, which are very similar, just more potent version of the original. No, this one is completely different. This is almost a completely different fragrance. A lot of people said that this one could have been under a totally different name and they would have never known. But I do, like I said before, I do pick up the same kind of DNA of the original. I'm not sure exactly what that is because the original is known to be like a heavy on grapefruit and stuff like that. Very sweet as well. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up just my first impression and unboxing of 1 million Parfum. Let me know down below if you guys have tested this one, got your nose on it, or even own it. I'm very curious on your guys' thoughts. But yeah, subscribe if you guys haven't already. Like the video if you haven't already as well. And I'll catch all you guys in the next fragrance upload. Take care, everybody.